Hello and welcome to the 2024 edition of the Quail, a motorsport gathering put on by the Peninsula Hotel Group here in Carmel, California. As you can see behind me, I have an amazing eclectic mix of new cars and old cars, and of course, being MotorTrend, we are most excited by what's new and cutting edge. And so, without any further ado, allow myself, Kristen and Frank to show you through the very best of the Quail 2024. We'll begin here at the Rimac stand. Now, Rimac, for those of you who don't know, an electric hypercar company, a company that have, in their 15-year history, gone from producing resto-modded BMW E30s with homemade battery packs and motors to now this, the Nevera R. Now, let me give you a little bit of context. The Nevera was released a couple of years ago, and last year we had the Nevera Time Attack. Now, that was a special track-focused version, though still had a lot of the creature comforts, amenities, technology, and ultimately weight that you see in the regular Nevera. However, that Time Attack car did break the Nürburgring production EV time record. It has now broken 27 world records, in fact, including top speed, 0 to 400 kilometers per hour, back to 0, as well as some slightly more obscure ones like 275 kilometers per hour in reverse. So that was the Nevera Time Attack, and now we have this, the Nevera R. And what is the idea behind this one? Well, what if they took their hypercar Grand Tourer, their 1900 horsepower all-electric monster, and turned it up a degree or two? And that's what they've done here. So we've got things like a fixed wing. Look at this. Beautiful fixed wing that integrates spectacularly into the body of the car, into these light housings here. It's also on larger wheels, 21-inch wheels at the front, 22-inch wheels at the back. They're shot, of course, on Pilot Sport Cup 2s. And yes, power-wise, they have unlocked some extra horsepower. So where the regular Nevera had 1900 horsepower, in the Nevera R, we've got another 200. That's 2,100 horsepower. Isn't that just the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? Now, as we've said, a focus on aggression, both in terms of design, the way this thing looks, but also aggression in terms of performance. They want this Nevera R to be more of a track car. Certainly not a track-only car. This is a street-legal vehicle, but they want it to be the kind of car that you could plausibly take to the track and get the kind of performance that you'd expect from a track car, as opposed to, say, a hyper Grand Tourer, which the regular Nevera is. I would argue this is still Grand Tourer-ish. Let's take a look at the inside. Now, on the inside, the Nevera R poses a slightly stripped out and refined version of the regular Nevera interior, but you'll still see a lot of the familiar tropes. Space for two, and they do claim that there's still space for a bit of luggage in here as well. I'm not sure how much I believe them on that, but really, when you're going for the R variant, the track version, the track-ready version, I should say, of the Nevera, how often really are you going to be taking your luggage with you? So there you have it, the Nevera R, building on the already spectacular Nevera, but with a little bit of extra aggression.
What's up, everyone? Welcome from the Quail. Next to me, I've got Klaus Buste, head of design at Maserati. We're going to see what Maserati brought this year. So behind me is a new product, brand new. We haven't even seen it until today. It's the Maserati GT2 Stradale. Klaus, please tell us about it. What are we looking at here?
So we're so successful in the GT2 racing series this season with multiple wins and podium on every race. We thought we need to bring that package to our customer on the road. So with the GT2 Stradale, Italian for street, we're introducing the street legal version of the GT2.
Perfect. So you took racing pedigree and introduced it to public roads.
That's it. And with that, we're closing the gap between the MC20 and the MC Extrema, which is track only.
So it looks like an MC20. However, there's more carbon fiber. There are more scoops. Is it more powerful?
It's absolutely amplified on all aspects. It's more powerful, has more downforce, has more braking power, and it's lighter. So on all components, we work to make the car really a top performer.
I think you guys cut like 60 kilograms from the regular MC20.
That's about right. 60 kilograms, 130 pounds, and then 800 pounds of additional downforce.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, let's walk around it. So first of all, what is this color called?
So this is our digital Aurora Matte.
Oh my gosh.
Which is like, interpretation of our Maserati blue, but, with this super cool flop.
How many layers of paint is this?
So we usually do this in 3 layers.
Right.
Having the 2 colors, the flop color and then the main color, and then we do a finisher on top.
My God, it's incredible, and it's kind of matte also.
Yes.
And it changes.
It's a matte iridescent, and you can really see how it changes color in the light.
It's like pearlescent. It's lovely. And this new, I think the shark nose has been made bigger.
Yeah. So this is all redesigned here for more cooling, and we have separate brake ducts here.
Okay.
But the important part is to really get the downforce here in the splitter combined with the rear wing.
Amazing, and this hood is new as well. Obviously, there's more vents in it.
Yes, exactly. All carbon fiber, exposed carbon fiber. But the big deal is again to get the air out and over, and again that helps us with the downforce.
Again, yes, and then there are fender vents here.
Yes, so here we really worked on performance handling and the stopping power. So we have larger carbon ceramic discs. We have supplemented the cooling with the vents here, supported also with the cooling coming from the front fascia. Cool central lock monodado wheels.
Right.
And then we went to Michelin Pilot, also semi-slick for better handling. The butterfly doors I just love because, they not only look amazing, but also they help you really getting easy in and out of the car. And I just love how you're exposing the front wheel as a really reminder that you're entering a performance machine.
You can definitely see the tub here.
Yes, exactly. It's all exposed. It's all carbon fiber.
Right.
And you really appreciate, the machine you're entering.
Can I sit in it?
Oh, you must.
Okay. So I remember seeing that there are a couple different seat options you can get with this, right? You can get the smaller seat, and then there's a bigger seat. This one seems like it's the carbon fiber bucket with the
so this is where you completely redesigned the seat for this car as a carbon fiber shell, and then you have a 5-point harness with it. And on top of that, you all see we also redesigned the center console. Brought the display closer to you, all carbon fiber. So it's a mix of lightweighting and ergonomics.
Yeah, this is much bigger. It's like you took this and then zoomed out and brought it closer.
Exactly.
It feels lower than a regular MC20. Did you lower the driving position?
It could be because the padding is thinner, right? So it provides you more space, which is also important so we can make sure all our customers can comfortably wear the helmet.
Oh, true. And that's why the ceiling is so high. You can accommodate
Right,
the
exactly, yeah.
Do you fit in here with a helmet?
I can, yes.
You can. See? There.
So far I fit in all the cars
I think between you and me, we're 100% spread of
We probably
people.
are, yes.
That's great. Yeah, let's go talk about the engine.
So the engine is still our V6 Natuno.
Right.
But we amplified it slightly. We has a little bit more power, just 10 horsepower. But the big story is we really increased the the cooling ducts here. So the cooling system been enhanced, and that really allows you to maintain performance even on long track stints.
Oh yeah, this is.
Yeah, you can see as a comparison, this is much more sucking in the air, so that we don't have performance drop on long stints.
And this wing definitely new.
Yes. So this is all new. We of course we had to add support structure here, and the downforce with the hood extractor, the front splitter, and the wing here is a combined 800 pounds.
Gosh. Awesome. I think that's all the time we have for today. But thank
you so much. This was fun. Thank you for the questions.
This was fun. Thank you guys for watching. For more, check out MotorTrend.com.
Sometimes you need to stop for a second and remind yourself that we're living in an incredible time, truly, for performance cars. I'm reminded of that every single time I look or think about, or if I'm very, very lucky, I get to experience a car from Gordon Murray. one of the most decorated Formula One race car designers of all time. A true icon, luminary, legend. The amount of superlatives I could reel off are endless. And now, of course, Gordon is making road cars. Kind of the spiritual successor, of course, to his McLaren F1 road car from the mid-90s. This is the T50. Actually, this is the T50S. As you can see down the side, it's an experimental prototype. This is the T50S Niki Lauda edition. Allegedly, this is known internally within the ranks at GMA as Gordon Unhinged. This is what could Gordon and his team of designers and engineers predominantly, designers second, I would say, given his racing background, what could they do if they were let off the hook with the standard, somewhat fettled road car? Well, this is the answer. A truly remarkable car to look at, and if you've ever seen footage of it driving, you'll know. Really is one of the special cars of our time. Up here we have the regular, I say regular with a tongue in cheek because no Gordon Murray automotive vehicle is regular, but this is the regular T50, the standard T50 if you want to call it that. And again, you can see so much of the McLaren F1 visual DNA. There are the 3 seats, the trio seating arrangement with the driver sitting right dead center in the car and further forward than the 2 passengers who are tucked in behind his or her shoulder blades. Big cutaway doors. It's incredible. Truly, this is one of the most important cars of our time. And of course, back here, any Gordon Murray fans will know that this is known as the fan car. This, of course, based on one of Gordon's famous, or infamous I should say, Formula One designs from years gone by. The story goes that Gordon read the rule book of Formula One and saw that any spinning member, any fan, had to be predominantly for cooling, and he read that to mean that if he made a fan that was 51%, aka predominantly for cooling, but 49% was taking engine, 49% of that fan's action was to take air from underneath the car and shoot it out of the back, therefore increasing the ground effect downforce, then he could use that to his advantage, and he did indeed do that. That car, of course, was banned almost as fast as it came onto the scene, and now Gordon has employed that technology, that proprietary technology, into his road cars. Moving in, we have the exhaust work. Here you can see that glorious Cosworth developed V12 just poking out. It's carbon fiber everything, this. And then look at that in the inside. It is just the most special car. It really is. So there you have it. There's everything going on at GMA. They are now delivering cars, exhibiting cars, and terrifying journalists, prospective owners, on a daily basis with test drives. And again, if you've never seen footage of one of these cars driving, and certainly if you've not heard it, do yourself a favor, get on YouTube and check that out.
I'm Frank Markus, and I'm here at the Quail at the Cadillac booth, where they have just unveiled this Opulent Velocity concept. So as the name implies, it's kind of a split personality vehicle. It wants to be both opulent and a hypercar. Now this is a gigantic car. I'm only 5'10", and this thing is huge. It's way bigger, like 8 inches longer than a Bugatti Tourbillon, for example. That's because it's based on the Cadillac Celestiq underpinnings. This car is about 3.5 inches shorter in overall length and wheelbase, and 8 inches shorter in height. But the idea is that when you get in, there's a beautiful rotary little selector, and you can select between opulence or velocity. When you're in opulence mode, the thing is fully autonomous. The steering wheel goes away, the pedals go away, and it is your space. There is ambient lighting and video and scents and everything else to put you in the mood of opulence. When you want velocity, you rotate that thing to velocity, and this thing becomes a complete hypercar. It will have multiple motors, 1 megawatt of power, that's like 1,341 horsepower or something like that. It will accelerate like a Rimac Nevera or a Pininfarina Battista. but that's the split personality is the cool part of it. Now, design-wise, they have gone for a much more elegant look here. That's why we have a lot more hood on this one. Instead of the windshield ending right on top of the wheels, it's well back there. And they've gotten this interesting look to get the Cadillac vertical light signature. We've got these crystal ideas here that refract the light. And we've also got these like illuminated harp strings, they call them, which kind of look like what you see on a Lyric today. So a very elegant look there. Around the back, it is a hatchback like the Celestiq. This is also a swan door situation so that front and rear seat passengers can easily get in. As you can see, this door goes up into the roof. I'm not going to climb into it, but I could do so without having to crouch because there's room, the roof is cut away to get in there. Inside, everything looks like it's floating. The door connects to the seats to give you this cocooned feeling. Inside, the whole dashboard will look into it like a screen, and then there is augmented reality that projects up onto the windshield. So when you are in velocity mode and you're on a track, for example, you can see where you are on the track projected on the screen. You might see competitors or your last best lap to see how you're doing, that sort of thing. Rear seat also, plenty of room there. Hatchback back here. One of the things they're trying to do is control all of the aerodynamic downforce underneath. So no wings or anything like that. Will you ever see the Opulent Velocity concept hit the road? Well, not in this form. Obviously, none of this is production ready, but it is a production capable concept as in terms of a fast, elegant vehicle based on a Celestiq. Because basically what you have is the Celestiq is a car that they're only going to build a couple hundred of, and buyers only want you to build a couple hundred. They want it to be exclusive. We've got the Soleil, which will be the convertible version of the Celestiq. So this would be a great way to get another 200 or 300 examples of a car out of that sunk cost we've already put into the engineering and the development. I'm Frank Markus with MotorTrend, and this is the Cadillac Opulence Velocity.
This stunning vehicle is the Hennessey Venom F5 Revolution Roadster. Come around here and take a look at this car's gorgeous interior with, as you can see, a removable hardtop roof. Check that out. Now, of course, for all intents and purposes, it is still a Venom F5, that all-conquering, record-breaking, incredible piece of engineering from the Texas-based Hennessey, John Hennessey and his family. But now, Hennessey has said that they want to start putting a little bit more of focus on customer satisfaction and on the relationship they have with their customers and the relationship the customers have with the cars. And that is why we're starting to see cars like this that aren't necessarily all about out-and-out performance. Of course, it still boasts the same kind of performance figures that you see from the likes of this Revolution Coupe, for example, and the other F5 Venoms in the family. However, with the Roadsters, there's a little something extra, right? There's a little bit of taking it down, maybe to the coast, taking the roof off and enjoying the experience. Not that you wouldn't enjoy the experience in a regular F5, but this is a more communal experience. You can share this with someone. This is getting back to what we all love about driving, right? Sharing in the experience. And it's very nice to see Hennessey still committing to performance, technology, revolutionizing the hypercar space, but doing so with a touch of class. With this, the Revolution Roadster. Beautiful. And then of course here we have this beautifully finished green carbon with orange accents car, which was just seen running up the hill at Goodwood. What a spectacular, spectacular thing this is. Gorgeous to the last. Let's go around the front. We can actually get a look on the inside. That's exciting. just around here, look at the size of this door. It might be hard to see, but this door is probably the better part of 2 meters. And look at what it opens up into. Just the most unbelievable interior.
Is that a good thing, though?
Czinger didn't just bring that one production car, though. They've got a whole host of cars here, including this, the VMAX edition. This, Czinger claims, is the first car in the world to be designed jointly with humans and AI. Very proprietary, very daring design work. I love this detail here. And that detail there holding the gauge cluster actually gives a bit of a clue as to some of the AI-based work that's gone into this car and the C21 actually. Some of the engineering here is hard to get over. Now, look at this. Here we have an incredible example of what AI learning can do for car design, where in a conventional road car, race car, supercar, anything designed by humans, you might expect to see straight lines here. What the Czinger company were able to do is optimize these components for strength, but also for lightness and for aerodynamics. And by giving them this kind of biological, human bone-like appearance, which is, I'll be honest, kind of spooky. It's kind of weird the first time you see it, and I'm sure that it was a pretty big leap of faith for the designers and the engineers when they made the decision to employ this kind of design. Czinger actually refers to it as the biologic chassis, and they use robotic assembly, a lot of polymer-based joining here. You can see a lot of the open joins in this open chassis version, but just look at that. It truly is a remarkable piece of engineering, and when you consider that this is what the engine of one of the quickest cars in the world are being bolted into, it really gives you a profound appreciation for what Czinger is doing as a company.
What's up, everyone? We're at the Lamborghini stand at the Quail, and here we've got Micha, who is the head design director of Lamborghini. We got some new products for you to see today. Chiefly behind me, the new Lamborghini Temerario, which is the replacement for the Huracan. And did you design this lovely vehicle?
Yes, myself, but also with a fantastic team, of course.
Of course.
So hi everyone, welcome to Lamborghini.
What was like a design philosophy that you wanted to achieve in the Temerario?
We have a very clear definition. We want to give adrenaline a shape.
Sure.
Because you know, when you drive a Lamborghini, you want to feel all the emotions, and of course everything is starting with the exterior design. So with the Temerario, we are starting a new design DNA that I call the essential and iconic design language. And it's now the best lineup. We will take a look at all of these cars here on stage at the Quail Lodge. But we start with the Temerario that is really having a very clean design. We're always, you know, the secret is a Lamborghini is always starting with the single center silhouette.
Yes, where
you know,
can you
because
point
you
that
can
out for
recognize, come follow me, let's have a look. Because you can always recognize in side view, in the side profile, a Lamborghini.
Right.
Yeah, that is a line that is started with the Countach.
Yes.
You know, there is not a knick here or no change of direction. There is one line that is full of tension, and this is the starting point. And then we are here at the Quail, where we are surrounded by so many beautiful supercars. But the Lamborghini is always sticking out also because when you see our cars in front view, let's take the Revuelto. We have the strong inclinated side windows, so the car is recognizable from far away.
You know, I never noticed until you pointed it out how close this A-pillar sits right on top of this front wheel.
It's giving you a spaceship feeling from the outside, but then also when you drive it, it feels like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as a Huracan replacement, it's a big deal. The Huracan has been around for a long, long time.
Exactly.
And it is the end of the V10. But in its place, we have, what, a plug-in hybrid V8 engine making how much horsepower?
920, yeah. So
920,
yeah.
That is a hell of a jump from
Yes.
what the Huracan was making. But it is similar technology to the Revuelto, right? It's the three motor. It's a three motor that aids the internal combustion engine. And then there is also an all-electric driving mode. So if you want to start up the car and not wake up the entire neighborhood, It's totally possible.
And it's perfect. That is
Yeah.
perfect, you know. But then design comes in place.
Sure.
Because then you are leaving your house with a spaceship.
Yes.
You know.
So can we
Because
open it up and
is
see
so,
it?
It is so unexpected then when you drive with this car because it looks like a shark.
Yes.
But it's you know with a cool sound then in the end of the day.
Can we open it? I actually have not seen the inside of this car yet.
Look, on the Temerario,
Yes.
we gave the interior more space.
Right.
Because we have the Revuelto, that is our pinnacle V12
Right.
car. And the Temerario, as you just said, it's our 920 horsepower entry level.
Entry level.
Yeah, so the interior is following one clear philosophy. We call it feel like a pilot.
Right.
So feel like a pilot means you have, of course, a perfect seat position, a perfect inclination of the steering wheel, but we have a slim and lightweight dashboard. And when I say the outside of a Lamborghini is like a spaceship, if you use your fantasy, you will see an alien on the center console, yeah? Because a spaceship is whether there's an astronaut inside or an alien. In our case, it's an alien.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah?
Let's come
So we
around
have,
the back. Yeah.
in Lamborghini, we have this philosophy. Of course, we have state-of-the-art screens.
Yes.
Where you can, you know, the screens are communicating between each other. You can swipe content from one screen to another screen, but we always want to give some physical buttons. Yeah, so we have a racing car-inspired steering wheel. For example, that was my wish to have the lift function, because when you drive such a car in the city, you
Scrape,
have to
scrape,
speed,
scrape, scrape,
exactly.
scrape. Can't
And
have
you need
it.
to have this immediately, but the new Temerario is also offering a drift button.
Oh.
So there's a lot of, you know, there's plenty to enjoy the
Right.
driving. Of
Right.
course.
Right. So, if the entry-level Lamborghini, the new baby
The entry
Lambo,
drug. It's the entry
right?
drug,
If the
yes.
gateway drug Lamborghini is already making 920 horsepower, why would someone buy a Revuelto over this one if it's just power?
Because it is Lamborghini, you need to understand like one lifestyle.
Sure.
If you are into our brand, and I have seen the collections, then you start with one, you need another one, then you have a blue Revuelto and you need an orange one, then you have a blue Temerario, you need a green one. It is an endless, you know, desire.
I suppose also you buy that one because you want V12.
Exactly. You know, our cars, as you can see also perfectly here, you can see immediately the mission of each car.
Sure.
So there is the maximum differentiation in terms of design between Revuelto, the Temerario, and of course the Urus. And that is very important for us. By the way, standing here, and the camera can show the rear end, this is actually my favorite view. Maybe you can see the
What is it-
interior.
what is it called?
You see the alien.
Yes.
Can you see the alien center console? I think you can do it. You can
What
see
is the
it.
blue called?
It's Blue Marinos. Blue Marinos. And the rear end, I give you also another secret.
Yes.
I'm dressed
Yes.
with a nice suit, but I'm owning also motorcycles.
Oh,
And
okay.
I love MotoGP. I love super sport motorcycles.
Right.
So, do you see a little bit of motorcycle design in the car?
In this part.
Yes. Look, motorcycles, they are showing off always the tires.
Always the I noticed
So
that
do
when we
this
came
also
back.
Here. So you see exposed tires.
Right.
Sport motorcycles have a lot of times a high-mounted exhaust pipe,
Right.
and the motorcycles have a fairing, and you see radiators and the technology.
Mounting
Yeah.
this that high probably reduces the back pressure, yeah?
Also, but it's showing in terms of design, it is showing the shortest distance, so it's a
Right.
lightweight solution. And please notice that in Lamborghini, of course, we are also showing technology. In the Revuelto, we are showing the V12 engine, and here we have also a motorcycle approach, showing the V8 engine
Right.
with a nice technical structure, technical design, looking really sexy.
Right, right.
But let's have a look also at the Revuelto if you
Yeah,
want.
so I just got done driving this for the very first time. And the thing I wanted to know was, okay, so now it's a plug-in hybrid V12. Hasn't been done before by Lamborghini in this kind of application. Is it still magical like Lamborghini, V12 Lamborghini is? And the answer is it is. But then with that all-electric mode, it adds another use case
Exactly.
to it. And it's so easy to use. You just hit a button and the engine just turns off.
Exactly.
And then the battery charges so fast.
I find that ultra modern. I find
Yeah.
that super, because in the end of the day, also here the camera, please show here the rear view.
The exposed engine,
You
we
know,
have to
the
look at
exposed
that.
engine, there's also an alien inside here. and here we have the double hexagons. It is super cool because when we started the design of the cars, you know, at the moment, of course, we have the automotive world being electrified and so on. So in the beginning, when we did the design, I was asking myself, is it okay still in 2024 to show off exhaust pipes and stuff like this?
Yeah.
And then we thought, yes, let's do it, no? Because it is such a beautiful design theme, and let's show it really in full beauty.
If you build it, design it, sell it, people will love it and people will buy it if it's there. That's just how it works. And there will always be people who like that kind of shape.
Exactly.
And to finish, we have the new Urus SE,
yes,
which is still the V8 Urus, but now this is plug-in hybrid. So everything you have on this stand right now is a plug-in hybrid.
Exactly. We are the first super sports car brand having the entire lineup hybridized. The design of the Urus SE, do you know, by the way, what is SE? What is the meaning?
I don't know.
You remember the Diablo SE?
Yes.
There was a special edition Diablo,
yes.
So the SE is a kind of a heritage of Lamborghini.
Okay.
So when we thought about the name for the car, because Urus is obviously a bull, a fighter bull, but the Urus S electrified. And then SE was fitting to Diablo.
Yeah.
And this car here is very elegant because you can also see the tonality. The Revuelto is very extreme.
Right.
The Temerario in this version here is very elegant, clean, very puristic design, muscular shapes.
Right.
And this version, especially with, this is a new blue that we have also developed for the Urus SE.
It is lovely.
Very elegant, also with a nice sparkle here in the California sunshine. And this car is also very elegant for everyday use. So I think it is also having all the design cues. Also here, when you see the front view or the rear view, you can see the strong inclination of the side windows. So the design philosophy is the same as our super sports cars. But in this case here, we have chosen also a very elegant design language. Of course, we have power domes.
Right.
Of course, we have the Lamborghini lines, but in
it's
a
like
more everyday.
You took one of those and just pulled it up a little bit.
Exactly. Our philosophy is like we take a super sports car in a higher position.
Right. I remember I went on the launch for this, the original Urus. I remember on the launch, and it was, I think at the time, the biggest brakes on any production car. I think it was like 16.4-inch front rotors or something. It was it was the large size pizza stopping power.
Exactly.
But I mean, probably even more power now, so even more stopping force is needed.
Yes. No, I mean, a fast car needs to have also good brakes, and so we are offering them. And you know, the Urus is still, when we travel a lot, and it is, for me, it's still magic how extremely cool and well proportioned this car looks. We go to Tokyo, we go to Las Vegas, we come here to California, and the Urus is still really outstanding in terms of design, in terms of proportion, wheel size to the body, also in ratio to the body.
And now more environmentally friendlier than ever. Anyway, thank you so much for your time.
Chris. Thank you.
We are here on the ground at the Quail, so definitely see MotorTrend.com for more. Give us a subscribe, show us some love.